Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Heart and Hustle Houston, that is put on, produced by Jesse Collins Entertainment, y'all. Jesse Collins Entertainment. And overall, I like the show. Now, we're going to talk about the good and the bad and what needs improvement and everything else. But overall, a decent premiere. Can I make a deal? Can you make a deal with me? Can we make a deal with each other? I've not seen Onan much, right? However, most of y'all are here that have seen Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? So I am tired of even just me watching this show, of all of the banners talking about some #1 show on, oh, no. Ready to Love is back, and now this show has premiered. I think between the two, we can get one of these shows to be the #1 show on OWN. Can we work together? Can we collaborate on that, y'all? Can we either get this show, Heart and Hustle Houston, or Ready to Love, the #1 show? Can y'all just tune in? Ready to Love comes on Friday nights, and this show comes on Saturday nights at 9. Can we do that? Can we make a deal, you guys? And make this happen, because y'all know I'll be watching the ratings, of course. So I just wanted to put that plug out there, right? Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your foes, tell your coworkers, let's tune into this show or Ready to Love. And we'll see what the #1 show is moving forward. Now, nonetheless, let's get into this. This, like I said, I liked it overall. You know, it has some different, peaks and valleys, but we'll get into it. It seems like Latoria and Alaina are like the nucleus of the show. I'm not sure the extent of the friendships, but the episode took off where Latoria was getting into business with somebody and launching this restaurant lounge called Rain. And I guess because, and due to the decor, her favorite color is purple and her favorite artist is Prince. This is where we get a meeting of all the girls, and we get a little bit of introductions and everything else of who they were. And then some of the girls were throwing shade at the restaurant because they said that the service was slow and this and that was slow, and there was a delay on drinks and everything else. And the girls were trying to tell them, listen, looky here, I got businesses too, but we still expect a certain level of quality and a certain level of standard because we're not going to get second chances. I like that all these women, all seem successful, all seem gainfully employed. Everything from, there was an electrical engineer, there was a restaurateur, there's somebody who owns the top, cosmetic studio, somebody who does the event planning, who does all of this, right? They all have something unique that they bring to the table, you guys. So I appreciated that nobody is scamming, right? Nobody is scamming us, right? I greatly appreciated that. Also, there was a lot of questions this episode about, so Latoria, she has worked with Shaq and 50 Cent. Chloe, with her event planning, she put together, it looks like Deshaun Watson's wedding as well. Ro looks like she's a consultant as well, as she is in the restaurant, bar business, it seems, or nightclub business or whatever else. And she's worked with James Harden. So a lot of things. Alaina has the top sought out makeup studio and everything else. So Alaina's a huge part of the conversation. I feel I'm a little I've seen this story before, you guys, with Alaina. When I saw her within the first couple minutes, no wedding ring, saying that her and Josh sleep in separate bedrooms, I said Josh is cheating. Joss has cheated, and she's talking about separating their brand, separating their business, because I guess at some point they decided to merge their brands and businesses together, but all that's separate now, and she's focusing on her business venture solo, and he's doing him or whatever else, separate bedrooms, not wearing the wedding ring. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's either cheated in the past, or he's recently cheated, or he's cheated all prior to, and has recently, did it again. And now that they're, 10 steps back or whatever else. But nonetheless, she's still trying to be coy, but she slips up like here and there, gives like a little bit of tea, right? A little bit of tea as to why she's not wearing the wedding ring, a little bit of tea that she's not wearing the guest bedrooms. Chloe was going hard at her at this sit down, talking about how her man's not that fine for her to, be out here and, like it was a random thing to say about somebody's husband, about how they look, like how good looking they look or not good looking they look. I was very confused as to why that was even a topic of conversation. Like, Josh is not your husband, so what are we doing? What are we talking about here? But Chloe was going hard in the paint at this sit down, and then we find out Chloe is dating a man, y'all, that is 17 years younger than her and is essentially the same age as her son. Make it make sense! Make it make sense. And I said, this is giving Drea. This is giving Drea. Muneera, I think her name is. Sorry, you guys, if I butcher the names or don't remember the names. These first couple of episodes and everything else is brand new to me, just like it's brand new to y'all, right? But Muneera reminds me of Royce from Basketball Wives. Is this her twin? Is this her long-lost twin, y'all? Because they look identical, right? So she said she's an electrical engineer, can't talk, electrical engineer turned, content creator. She said she just quit her job of 20 years and is focusing in on content creation with her family and has 4 kids and a husband. And the husband is saying that he basically is the main one that takes her around and everything else. So I'm excited to get more into their story as well. We also have a Lebrina, who is the one who is married to a former NFL player. So she was candid at the end of the episode with Alaina that her husband, when they were dating and everything else, when he was in the NFL, that he was cheating on her all the time and was dogging her out. But she says now that the man that he is now is not the man that she was dating and she was involved with. Now, what I will say this, I love that, they got a nice house. She rides horses. They sit on 5 acres and everything else. But what I do not like, and I'm glad she was transparent about the cheating, because that's the other thing too on these reality shows on the same network as OWN, by the way, where everybody doesn't want to admit they're cheating, right? They don't want to bring that to the show because they don't want to get dragged or they don't want to be judged or whatever else. But then you're trying to put up this facade and it's obvious that there's issues and y'all refuse to talk about it. No. So I like that Lebrina discussed the fact that her husband has cheated, right? And everything else. But like her and like Alaina, right? It's like, why are we promoting on OWN? Especially this show that's supposed to be about Black excellence, supposed to be about these Black female entrepreneurs and their friendships and everything else. Why are we promoting that, like, cheating is just something that you have to go through as a Black woman? Like it's a rite of passage that, your significant other, your husband, and everything else, gets to cheat on you and gets a pass and you get to take them back. And in some of these situations, it's before marriage, it's before kids or whatever else. So it's like there's a high chance, even kind of to what Lebrina was saying, that she got cheated on multiple times. And it's like, okay, how much stuff are you going to put up with? I don't care about how big this house is or how nice of a lifestyle and everything else we have. Like, you're not going to be out here disrespecting me, right? You're not going to be out here with all these different women and everything else. And how do you know for good that the cheating is done and the cheating is stopped? Because now what's going to happen, now that y'all put y'all business out here on reality TV, don't think that there's not going to be girls thirsty to see if they can get your husband to cheat again, because that's, how some of these people move as well.
Also, we gotta talk about Ro. Ro reminds me, her personality reminds me so much of Ra Ali. Like, I don't know what it is. But she apparently, according to Chloe, also likes younger men too. And she said she was gonna quit her job at some other nightclub, restaurant, whatever else, but she's best friends with the owner. So she sounded like she quit, but not really. It sounds like they just have this type of relationship that this is her best friend, and maybe she was checked out of the job or just pissed off that day at the job, but she sounds like she's going to be coming back, right? She says she put in a resignation, but I don't know if the resignation is long term, because it sounds like she's still going to be involved there. Also, we had some scenes. We saw a lot of Toria's house, so she had a couple of scenes. One scene with Alaina just debriefing, felt that Chloe went too far about the comments about her husband. And then there was another scene with her and Ro and Chloe, and they're up here talking about how they got to set Toria up with a man, and how she needs to get a man, she needs to get somebody younger, and all this and all of that. I don't know if I'd be taking relationship advice, but nonetheless, do you, girl? Do you? But, you know, that's where they're at. We got to get a glimpse of Chloe's life. So Chloe has 3 kids. Her 2 youngest daughters are with her late husband. And that was an interesting thing. So I think she said on their 7th anniversary or right after it, he passed away due to a massive heart attack, y'all. And I don't know how long ago he passed away, but what I do know is she has been with this gentleman who is 17 years younger, and it sounds like the son doesn't like it. And so they show a scene of them at Chloe's house, and the son is up here calling one of his little sisters a big back. No. But once Chloe comes into the scene, it's like ice cold. It's like he wants nothing to do with his mother. It is like hi and bye. It is like, hey, I took care of my sisters. I watched my sisters while you were out and about. It's time for me to get up out of here, right? And so Chloe basically said that they don't really speak, they don't really talk about it, and we know the root of the issue. You're dating somebody who is the same age as your son. It's giving Drea. Like, what are we doing? You're trying to boss him around and tell him what he needs to do and not do, but you got another man that's the same age as your son. And we also don't know if the other issue could be as well. Sometimes kids, you know, don't like if, you know, and this goes whether you're divorced or you're widowed or whatever else. Like what is the time frame? There's never really a good time to say, hey, I'm moving on, or hey, I'm dating somebody new, or hey, I'm involved with somebody new. But I think it more so has to do with the dude's age, right? Like this kid who's the same age as me, like you're not going to be telling me what to do out here, and you're with my mom. No. So I feel like that's more of the root of the issue, and maybe Nico doesn't want to be around if dude's going to be by, if he's going to be there or whatever else. He'd rather go do him. So that is an interesting thing. So we have Brina. She has a couples night at her house, and she has Alaina and Josh there. She also has as well, I think it was Muneera and her husband there. So they had, you know, a caterer come, a bartender come and make some food and everything else. And they were asking Alaina and Josh, because they've been together the longest. They've known each other since they were in high school. They've been together, I think they've been married almost 15 years. They've known each other over 21 years. And so they're asking, you know, the other couples are asking them questions like, what do you do to stay married? How do you keep the spice happening and everything else? And so Alaina said somebody gave her advice that, you know, one thing to do, you know, if you want to quickly get over an argument, just hurry up and get naked. And Josh was like, is that going to go down tonight or whatever else? And Alaina was kind of like, you know, like just kind of just giving that laugh, like, you know, hey, we'll just laugh, we'll just joke, we'll just kiki in front of these people. But when we get up out this house, you're going back to the guest bedroom and I'm going back to the master bedroom. And that's how it's going to be, right? So the final scene that they concluded with was Alaina. She went back separately to Brina's house to discuss, the aftermath of the couples night. And she said, you know, I feel like I've still been holding back some things, and I just wanted to be open and raw with you. So Brina was like, well, listen, look at here. I'm an open book. Like, my man has cheated, you know, on me and everything else. So there's nothing you can say to me at this point that's going to make me look down on you or judge you or whatever whatever else. And so that's when Alaina reveals that Josh cheated on her when they were engaged. No. He cheated on you when y'all got engaged and you still married him? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, you guys. But it's giving, Alaina said that there's more that she has to reveal. There's more she has to expose. It's giving Josh has cheated again. It's giving Josh has cheated recently because she said, I guess Lebrina had asked her, okay, when's the last time y'all been intimate and done the adult activities with your husband? And she said 2 months. So I am thinking something recent has happened, because if y'all married for almost 15 years, have you moved on from the cheating from the engagement, or what has happened is a recent cheating incident has taken place over the past couple of months, and now that has re-triggered you, that has pissed you off all over again and made you all upset all over again, and now that is why you want everything separate, but not a divorce. But I want to know what the end game is here for Alaina. Does she want to be completely done with Josh, or does she want to make this work? Because she also made a comment about keeping things prim and proper and putting up a front and putting everything up in a nice little bow, you know, and that's how she was brought up, you know, to not show anybody your problems, not show anybody your issues, and having this poise. But here's my thing. Again, another marriage where cheating, infidelity is taking place, and for the sake of optics or the sake of whatever, you know, to say that you're still married, to say you still have a husband or whatever else, it is not a rite of passage to say that you have been cheated on. It's not okay. It is not okay. It's not all right. It's not appropriate. There are men out there, and if you prefer black men, there are good black men out there who are not cheating on their wives, you guys. Like what are we doing? Like that's my main thing. Is like, I don't understand for OWN why they promote struggle love so much with black love and black marriages and black relationships. It's very exhausting. You should not have to struggle. You should not have to be doing all this chasing. You should not have to be putting up with cheating and everything else just to finally get the ring or just to finally get married and be somebody's wife. Like, that's not normal, you guys. It is not normal behavior. So that is my biggest issue, right? Is, you know, I'm glad they want to be open with this and tell it all. Because again, if you don't want to tell your truth, somebody else is going to try to come out the woodworks and tell it. But, you know, what is the cost? Because looking at Alaina looks like she is in so much pain, and she looks like it is taking everything in her to continue to try to keep everything together and present everything a certain way so that she doesn't fall apart. And so the other pieces, we see a season preview where Alaina confronts Chloe about her comments in regards to her husband, you know, not being that attractive and everything else. We also see a scene with Alaina and her husband Josh at a, you know, therapist office, marriage counseling, if you, you know, or what have you. And the therapist is telling them, listen, look at here, like, you broke the covenant of marriage. You broke the covenant of marriage. And we have Josh breaking down, talking about, it was a dark moment in my life. It was, and I'm like, okay, really? Like, you couldn't find any other outlet to deal with your dark moment? Like, your dark moment is to find somebody else? No, because Alaina also revealed, since this is the only man she's known since high school, this is the only man she's been intimate with. However, Josh, how many other women have you been intimate with? Because I do not believe for 1 second it is just some lady during y'all engagement. No. It is giving, you know, it's giving more than one. So that essentially is the episode. That essentially is what the season preview is giving as far as the show goes. And there might have been some things I left out, but I was just trying to quickly go off the dome and just go off of what I remembered in the episode as it's fresh in my mind and I just watched it and everything else. But I want to hear from y'all. Did y'all watch this episode? And if not, are y'all going to tune into an encore version of the episode or try to watch it on demand? On OWN. Like I said, this is Jesse Collins' project. And again, I want to either somehow we'll work this out between this show and between Ready to Love. We will make another show, the #1 show on OWN, because I'm tired of seeing the banner for that other show full of lies, deception, and tomfoolery and scamming. like I don't have the time. So it was refreshing to see people, legitimate businesses, and a few of them already have hundreds and thousands of followers, have legitimate celebrities and athletes and things that they have worked with, that they have dealt with in the past and everything else. So I am here for it, y'all. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.